I'd like to take a minute to just talk about tree tubes. They are well worth the expense. I believe it's the tree tubes and the irrigation that the reason we still have almost 90% of our trees 9 years down the road. Deer can't get into them. The deer are not big enough down here to get over to the top of a 5-foot tube and eat the tree. And it's the way we keep deer away from our trees, because fencing this property would be really expensive. The only trouble with tree tubes, you have to keep an eye out, because fire ants love to build their nests up into the bottom, and that's not good for the tree. Also, wasps like to build nests in there, so you have to be really careful when you go to take them off that you don't get stung. And sometimes the very top of the tree it'll scratch against the side of the tube and make a little mark on the tree. And I was really worried about that the first year that the trees grew out of the tube, but it's such a small wound and it healed really quickly, and none of these trees seem to have been adversely affected by it. I leave the tree tubes on until the tree is pretty big. I take the stakes out when the tree can stand up on its own easily and not be bent. We have a pretty good wind here all the time, and so I leave the tree tubes on there. And then when I cut them off, I make sure I slit down between the holes so that I can reuse them easily. Oops, sorry. See, between the two holes, and so I can reuse them easily, tie them with that or twine. And also I can reuse them to keep deer from rubbing antlers on the trees in the fall.